What if the very place you call home is quietly falling apart, street by street, service by service, day by day? This isn't a dystopian warning from the future. It's unfolding right now, across cities in the UK. Streets are emptying, job markets are crumbling, and once thriving communities are slipping into decline. This isn't about scare tactics. It's about survival. Because if you live in one of these places or plan to, you need to know what's really happening beneath the surface. Your future might just depend on it. Number 10. Newport, Wales. Kicking off the list is Newport, a city once driven by the pulse of industry, now grappling with rising despair. Nestled in South Wales, Newport's historic charm is overshadowed by some harsh realities. Violent crime is up more than 15% in just the past few years. Shops are shuttering. Infrastructure is crumbling. And with youth fleeing in search of brighter futures, entire neighborhoods feel hollowed out. The economy is dragging too. Unemployment here is above the national average, with little sign of change. Most alarming? Nearly half of residents recently said they feel unsafe walking their own streets after sunset. Number 9. Birmingham. Once the engine of the Industrial Revolution, Birmingham now finds itself under financial siege. In 2023, its city council, Europe's largest, declared effective bankruptcy. That single event triggered a domino effect: slashed services, closed libraries, uncollected rubbish, and neglected parks. Families are already feeling the weight. Delays in basic services are measured in weeks, not days. Worse still, local businesses are eyeing the exit. And if they leave, Birmingham's economic heartbeat could flatline. Number 8. Sunderland. Sunderland wears the scars of industrial collapse like a wound that never healed. Once a shipbuilding titan, today over 30% of its neighborhoods are among the most deprived in the UK. Youth are fleeing. Mental health crises are surging. Depression and anxiety, especially among young people, are rising sharply, according to NHS data. Empty storefronts. Vandalized public areas. Hopelessness settling like fog. For many, Sunderland is a place they no longer recognize. Number 7. Dundee. Dundee once gave the world jute, journalism, and jam. But today, it's facing a devastating crisis, one that's tragically invisible to outsiders. It has the highest drug death rate in all of Europe. Addiction is swallowing whole communities, leaving behind poverty, despair, and loss. Yes, there's new investment in tech, especially along the waterfront, but for most locals, it feels like window dressing on a house already falling down. Number 6. Coventry. Coventry, rebuilt after World War II and once a proud manufacturing capital, now finds itself in the shadows of its past. In just 3 years, crime has jumped nearly 20%. Public services are cracking under the weight of demand. Schools lack funding, hospitals are overwhelmed, and neighborhoods feel forgotten. Locals speak with a painful mix of nostalgia and concern. The city they love is vanishing before their eyes. Number 5. Middlesbrough. Middlesbrough is drowning in poverty, and the tide shows no signs of receding. Over 40% of children here live below the poverty line. Abandoned steelworks and neglected estates tell the story of a town whose economic heart has stopped beating. Health, safety, opportunity, all are deteriorating at once. Residents hold on to pride, but many wonder how long they can keep doing so without help that never arrives. Number 4. Hull. Hull faces a double threat: economic stagnation and rising waters. With some of the UK's lowest elevation, Hull is dangerously vulnerable to flooding. But even without climate risks, Hull struggles. Poor transport, low job prospects, and deteriorating infrastructure make this proud port city feel increasingly cut off from opportunity and from hope. Number 3. Blackpool. Behind the flashing lights of the pier, Blackpool is fading. Life expectancy is nearly 10 years lower than the national average. Addiction. Unemployment. Broken homes. The town's past glories stand in stark contrast to today's grim reality. It's not just decline, it's collapse. One holiday season at a time. Number 2. Bradford. Bradford has always been resilient, but resilience has limits. With some of the UK's highest rates of child poverty and unemployment, this once busy textile capital now struggles to keep its head above water. Violent crime is on the rise. Schools are overcrowded. Tensions are simmering. And the frustration is real, progress promised year after year, but change never seems to arrive. Number 1. Luton. Luton tops this list, and not for good reasons. With soaring crime, a collapsing job market, and rising rent, many locals say they'd leave tomorrow if they could. The dream of stability has been replaced by survival mode. Even basic services are overwhelmed. And the gap between the town's needs and the government's response keeps widening. These aren't just places. They are stories. Stories of forgotten towns, underfunded communities, and people caught in the storm of decline. But knowledge is power. Knowing what's coming can help you make the decisions that matter most for your future. So ask yourself, are you living somewhere that's growing, or somewhere that's slowly slipping away? If this video opened your eyes, give it a like, it helps more than you know. Subscribe if you want honest, grounded insights about what's really happening in the UK. And tell us in the comments, did your city make the list? Or are there places we missed? We read every reply. Until next time, take care of yourself and each other.